friends, Gus is back with me this morning. Say hi, Gus.
Hi.
We're here to talk about a very special woman. But before we do, I want to show you some pictures and play a little game with them. Are you ready? Put your thinking caps on. The first picture, I want you to tell me which one is different. The donkey,
Dolphin.
the dog, or the dolphin?
Dolphin.
Dolphin. They all start with D, but what's different about the dolphin? What do you think? Where does the dog live? On land. Where does the donkey live?
On land.
And where does the dolphin live?
In water.
In water. So that's what's different, right? Now I have another one for you. Hamburger, hot dog, ice cream cone. What do you think? Which one's different?
Ice cream cone.
Why is the ice cream cone different?
Because it's sweet.
Oh, what do you all think? Is Gus right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. The hamburger and hot dog are more what we call savory. Now, here's another picture for you. Which one is different? They're all three mothers, right? But which one is different? Gus, which one do you think?
The grandmother.
The grandmother, because she's older. But guess what? Today's story is about a woman old enough to be a great-grandmother having her very first baby. And it's about God's promise and patience. Do you know what patience is? You're going to learn. So I'm going to read to you a story out of the Spark Bible. It's on page 34. And when I'm done, you can help me find squiggles. And I think Gus will help too. When Abram was 99 years old. Okay, just a minute. We've got to show everybody. When Abram was 99 years old, he and his wife Sarai were waiting for God's promise of a huge family to come. And God had promised it, and they were waiting for God's promise to come true. Abram was getting frustrated. He asked God, "What are you waiting for? Have you ever waited for something and had to wait a long time?"
No.
I have. When God spoke to Abram, "I will keep my promise and I will change your names. Instead of Abram, your name will be Abraham."
Are you about to do that?
Yep. "Instead of Sarai, your wife will be Sarah," when I'm done with the story. Abraham was afraid of what God said. He thought he was too old to become the father of so many people, and his wife was too old to have children. Sarah was really, really old. He fell on his face and peeked up with one eye. Could God really make such a thing happen? What do you think? Could God make it happen? Yes, he could. Later, as Abraham was sitting by the tent, he saw three strangers walking towards him. Abraham squinted into the sun. Can you squint? Can you squint like this? Pretend the sun's in your eyes. He might have done this. He wondered who would be visiting him on such a day. Now, where's Squiggles? Gus, can you point him out?
Right there.
Right there. There he is, right by Abram, or Abraham. "Hi," said Abraham when they arrived. "You must be tired from traveling. Would you like to sit down and have a rest and some food?" Quickly, Abraham asked Sarah to make some bread. He ordered his servant to prepare some meat. Sarah stood hiding in the tent, listening to the visitors. Who were they? Do you know who they were? I don't. Why had they come to her house? And why were they talking about her? She leaned a little closer in so she could hear. "Your wife, Sarah, will have a son," the visitors said to Abraham. And guess what Sarah did? She started to laugh. Me? Didn't they know she was too old to have a child? The visitors looked up. "Why is Sarah laughing?" they asked. "Doesn't she believe God's promise will happen?" What do you think?
Yes.
God's promise to Abraham did happen. Sarah had a baby boy and named him Isaac, which means, guess what Isaac means? Laughter. Because why? Sarah laughed when they told her she was going to have a baby when she was well into her 90s. Abraham and Sarah's family grew and grew and grew, and God blessed each generation with laughter and happiness. Now we're going to turn it around and see if you can find squiggles. Gus, can you find squiggles?
Right there.
Yep, right there. Well, that was an amazing story, but one thing that Abraham and Sarah had to have was patience. Now, I want to show you some things. What is this? Flour.
Flower.
Okay, so we'll put the flour here. What's this? Sugar.
Sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this?
Ice cream.
Cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder.
What's this?
Butter.
Butter. What's this? Ooh, chocolate chips. And what's in here? Ooh,
Egg.
pretty eggs from Miss Darla's farm. See the egg?
It's hard.
It is. Okay, you can put it back in now.
Eggs are hard.
And one last thing. What's that?
A cooking pan.
It's a mixing bowl. That's right. Now, we have all of these ingredients. Do you know what they make?
What?
Brownies.
Brownies.
Gus and I made brownies a couple weeks ago. But if I put all these things in here, they won't even all fit. But what if I took some from each one and put them in this bowl? Are the brownies going to be ready?
No.
What do I have to do?
That's sugar.
I have to mix, add more ingredients, mix, right? And then what? We pour it into a pan. And then what do we do? Are they done? Then can we eat them?
No.
No. What do we have to do?
Pour it.
Well, yeah, we pour it into the pan. And then what do we do?
Put it in the oven.
Right. That's it. And then are they done? No. We have to wait. And sometimes it's hard to wait, isn't it, Gus? Gus likes to turn the light on the oven and look and watch, right? Don't you, buddy? So that's called being patient. You have to be patient while you wait for the brownies to cook. So that's our lesson for today. And the most important one that comes out of the story is Abraham and Sarah had to be patient, but God kept his promise. And God always keeps his promises. So you remember that. I love you, and more importantly, Jesus loves you. Want to say goodbye, Gus?
Goodbye, Gus.
Have a good week.